everybody. Welcome back to the Tipsy Ghosts. We're your tipsy hosts, Sarah, and Lindsay.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hi. We have a treat for you guys.
Oh, boy, do we.
Do we?
So this episode is about our recent haunted investigation that we'll get to, but in the car on the drive there, Sarah surprised us.
I did. Remember that game Mad Libs from like elementary school?
I do.
I found it. Again, adult version.
One of my favorites.
An adult version.
The adult version. This one just happened to be about family. I guess I didn't really see that part too much when I was picking it out.
So we had fun doing this with each other while we were in the car, and we are going to share our favorite Mad Libs stories with you.
Take it away, Boydston.
Okay, mine's called Family Reunion Itinerary.
I love this. Okay.
Welcome to your annual family reunion in the scenic cemetery. Just,
Of course.
Forgot about that.
oh yeah, that is me.
You would have a family reunion in the cemetery.
I would, because most of my family's dead. But yeah,
Like, I'm here to visit.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking.
it's true though.
Thinking because you like spooky stuff and you went darker.
No, I mean both are true.
Yeah, you could visit old family members who are dead and gone for family reunions.
And spooky stuff. Yeah. Just a stone's sing away from that other place that was too expensive for some of us. Here's a partial list of family activities scheduled. 9 a.m., rise and die.
Still my favorite.
Be prompt.
Life motto, rise and die.
Rise and die. And don't forget to wear your name tag. Enjoy breakfast with your second candlestick twice removed.
Yes, I do. I do enjoy breakfast with them.
Remember him?
Yes.
He's the
great.
one who never looks you in the vulva.
I remember now you took this dirty.
Would I do anything else?
No.
I forgot all about all
He never
these.
looks you in the vulva.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Hot.
When he does talk, it's always about his expansive model keyring collection.
Oh.
11:30 a.m. Don a life horse. Hop in a canoe and trample out on the lake with your brother in Mosquito, who loves to brag about his huge yearly speaker and his stock bears.
So here's what happened. As we were doing these, we ran out of words. So whatever we saw, we just said.
Specifically nouns. Turns out nouns are really hard to come
There's
up with.
too many nouns. But also bears. Did I see bears?
I don't know why you said bears, but I remember speaker. It's because
I
we
don't
were
know.
listening.
We wrote down what you said.
Yeah. 3 p.m. Photo time. Stand between your uncle who smells like he bathes in George Daniels or your other uncle who smells like dead underwear. Either way,
Ew.
it's a win-sink situation.
That's awful both ways.
You know, that is really fitting for the cemetery family reunion. They
Night.
probably do stink.
9 a.m. Rise and die.
That is...
It reminds me of the Grinch.
Yes.
What does he say?
I can't skip that again.
Wrestle with self-loathing. All right. Mine is called Type A Mom. Have you been scratching your big toe, wondering if your mom has a Type A personality?
Often, actually.
If you answer fizzle yes to one or more questions below, your gory mom is most definitely a raging control bred.
Not
Yeah.
the bread.
Not the control bread.
In Sparkly School, if you didn't bring home a report stick full of creepy A's, did she lecture you on the importance of getting good unicorns so you will one day be accepted into her dream huge league college, Ghoston University?
Goals.
I want to go to Ghoston University.
Ghoston University, GU.
You know what? We should make, I've got a Cricut. We should make a sweatshirt for Ghoston University.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
With George on there.
Home of the fighting.
I mean, ghost seems too obvious.
Torches.
You want torches.
No, George is the founder.
George Washington?
No, not George Washington.
Hey guys, let us know what our mascot should be for Ghoston University.
It
has to be
spoiler.
Ghost.
Well, I mean,
Let's be more creative than Ghost.
Well, it's Ghoston.
spirits. The fighting spirits.
Okay.
GU.
Like Salem is the fighting witches.
I like that, actually.
I know.
Not the fighting Salems,
Not the
obviously.
fighting Salems. All right, so I'm going to Ghoston University. My
Me
mom
too.
wants me to.
I'll
Okay.
follow you. I will follow you.
Follow you.
I can't with the two of you. I also
We
can't
haven't even
read.
seen each other in like a month.
I also can't read this next sentence.
You want me to do it?
Does she micro-pound your time down
Micropound.
to the last millidrink?
It's Micropound Town.
With like a little tiny hammer.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tiny hammer.
She wasn't thinking of a hammer.
It's the wrong kind of Pound Town I was thinking.
It definitely wasn't a tink, tink, tink.
Sure.
She took him to Micropound Town.
When you were a little music, did she make you a minute to lake schedule for the weekend?
Yes.
We were crossing a lake at that point, apparently.
Yep.
If you make the mistake of telling your mom the last name of the person you were crying, will she hire a private pants and get a full background check?
Not a private pants.
Private pantstigator.
Oh.
And pantstigation.
If her flight gets died for a few hours, does she get so running mad that AirSign security is called in to calm her down?
Oh, geez. She's
Air
a Karen.
signs. What's an air sign?
No,
No,
like,
like
Zodiacs.
Zodiac. Lindsay just throws up a big old X with her arms.
Are you doing sign language? Is that what you're trying to do?
It's a sign. That's what I took it as air sign. You guys went Zodiac. That was weird.
I don't know because they're weird. Like a Scorpio is an earth sign, which I think is kinda
Aries
weird.
is a fire sign.
I think I'm
That
a
makes
water
sense.
Libra.
Yeah.
My story
Sorry.
is that Grandma's will.
Oh,
Grandma's will.
Dear family, well, I'm as dead as a cryptid nail.
Cryptid's nails.
Don't be sad though. I suspect some of you are thinking, goody goody good wings. At the thought of me 450 feet under.
Oh, thorough.
They really had to bury her down there.
They really had to bury you. Yeah.
Maybe she was a witch and they were afraid she was going to come back out of the
It
earth.
sounds like she might have had a water burial in the ocean.
Like it would take a long time to dig a 450 feet.
She's buried at the center of the earth.
She's right by the core. Halfway to China.
I, for one, am excited to laugh through the angry gates of heaven and see my dearly departed poodle, Miss
Aw.
Bigkins.
Miss what?
Bigkins.
Bigkins. Okay.
Me too.
Aw. As for Grandpa, we
Yes.
all know he's rotting in the Canada.
Oh,
Oh.
Canada.
Canada.
Canada is a nice place to go.
You don't rot in
He's
Canada.
rotting in Canada. That dirty, gritty man.
Ugh, dirty grandpa in Canada.
Now let's get down to the loud stuff. To my
Yeah.
disappointing son,
Ooh.
you need a good dance in the face, not my money.
You told him, Grandma.
Therefore, I bequeath you my State of the Bigfoot gym equipment.
State of the Bigfoot. Can I have it?
But you know what? That is some good gym equipment if it's used for Bigfoot.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
Get off your butthole and do something.
Specifically, your butthole.
That's going to be my new phrase. You know what? If you want it, you can get off your butthole and do it.
Get off your butthole and get it yourself.
Okay. Also, you get my beach dildo in Boca.
Grandma's beach dildo.
Very specific.
Congratulations, man. You deserve that. Get off your butthole and get Grandma's beach dildo.
Let
Go
the
get it yourself.
Let the record show that she did not see a dildo in the car when she said this.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
I see
That's
a
a good
sign of like
clarification.
a sex shop? Probably. I mean, we're in
I
Missouri,
sure
for
hope
God's
so.
sake. Yeah. To my insufferable daughter, I give you my convertible bed.
Oh.
What does it convert to?
Like maybe like a sleep number bed that reclines and sits up.
Yeah,
That's,
that's
what
what
I'm
I said.
thinking.
Yeah.
You're quite dull.
Oh.
Go on a cross wiener trip and fast it up already.
Is that if you're going on a wiener trip, would you be fasting?
I was really on a one-way track here.
In your favorite rocket ship.
Fine. Have my diamond wedding grandma too. Even though marriage isn't the fingers for you. Isn't in the fingers for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
It's not in the fingers. To my butler and maids, thanks for sinking to like me because I paid you to. You each get a set of Sterling Church flatware.
Lovely. I love
Wow.
that.
And to my beloved cat, Mr. Clear Pants.
Oh, clear pants.
that
Mr.
makes
Clear
sense.
Pants.
The love of my life.
Got my clear
You-
pants on.
Get the rest of my multi-million stable.
Ooh.
Good for
okay.
Mr. Clear Pants.
Mr. Clear Pants wins.
Oh,
He does. It's
The
better than
sun
a beach
needs to
dildo.
get off his butthole.
So, where did we go?
We went to Ozark, Missouri.
Yes, to the historic morgue.
Ozark is right outside of Springfield, Missouri, for those who aren't aware. and we did an Airbnb.
Should we tell them what we did for dinner real quick?
Sure.
Where'd we go, Linz?
So, if you're not familiar with the Springfield area, there is a lovely restaurant called Lambert's, and they throw the rolls at you. It is the home of the throwed rolls. And
It's very famously known for this.
It is very famously known for this. And I went to college near Springfield, so I was like, guys, we have to go to Lambert's.
Yeah.
And they have to throw the rolls at you.
And they did just that.
And I caught the first two. I did great. The second two, we did not do as great. So literally what happens is they come out and they go hot rolls, and you just stick your hand up in the air and they throw it to you, and you got to catch it.
In our defense, the guy throwing it to us was like literally across the restaurant, and there was a giant fucking chicken in front of my face.
like a
metal chicken.
like a taxidermy kind of chicken.
No, he was metal, but yeah.
Was he metal? Oh, I thought it was a taxidermy.
I don't know. It was a chicken of some sort.
It wasn't like chicken you eat. Is what she
No,
means.
I mean, it was decoration, but he was blocking my view. But I had my hand raised. So Lindsay gets the first one, and it comes just like hauling ass at her. And it hits her right in the boobs. And I am like laughing. And,
It
and
was
out of the
so
corner,
hot.
it was so hot. And out of the corner of my eye, I just see a roll flying at my face. And I like go up to grab it. And I catch the bottom part, and it breaks in half. And the second half just literally bounces right off of my forehead, like straight out of a movie. And I look around and I'm like, I don't even think you guys saw it.
No, because I was holding my boob.
I know.
because
It's hot.
I was wearing a tank top. I mean, this is like July, and it like hit me right above where the neckline of the tank top was, right on my boob, and it was like flaming hot.
You know, I saw it, but I was watching all of this chaos go down,
She
and my
was-
brain was not caught up.
We were sitting beside each other in the booth, me and Sarah.
It was like a battle zone, like rolls.
He didn't give us time to
Shrapnel,
recuperate.
yelling.
He just threw them back to back.
I was shooketh. Okay, I don't know what happened. I got fucking roll punched by this dude.
But we didn't fully understand what happened until after we left the restaurant.
No, food is great, right? So then we go.
Then we go. We're walking out to the car, and this
Some-
truck stops in the parking lot, and he allows us to cross in front of him. I'm like, thanks. I give him the little wave, and I'm walking past, and he goes, hey, he hollers at his truck to us. And I turn around, he goes, you got a little butter on your face. And I was like, what? And I turn around.
None of us know. We're like, oh, is that a thing that they say in Southern Missouri?
Yeah,
I
don't
thought
know.
he was hitting on her.
Yes.
It was very weird. Okay.
He thought he was insulting her.
I was like, why is he saying mean things? And
Is
I
my
turned around and
face
started
oily?
walking around, and then I paused, and it hit me, and I looked at it and I was like, you saw it, didn't you? And he just goes, that was awesome. he saw me get smacked in the face with the roll.
She was heckled.
That was heckled.
And I thought he was like hitting on her / insulting her by like, butterface.
That's what I thought. I was
Oh,
like, oh no, he's
no.
called me a
Yes.
butterface. That was mean.
You were like, is my face greasy?
Yeah, from
Which
that
it
butter.
was. It was so fucking
It was
hot and
like
sweaty.
100 degrees outside. We were very sweaty.
And then I just had roll butter on my face. It's fine. But yeah, it took me a second to process, and it
But
was hilarious.
It was an experience. Now you guys have been to Lambert's and had rolls thrown at your face.
Have you ever been
One and done.
heckled about butter on your face?
no, I have not.
First time for everything
yes.
in Southern Missouri.
I'm so happy for you.
Uh-huh. It really did take me a few seconds to process. At least I figured it out before he drove off. I could feel him just staring at me after he said
Waiting
it.
to get it.
Yeah, and then it clicked, and I turned around, and he was just had this huge grin on his face, like he was just so proud of himself. For
I feel like
saying that.
eventually, like if you would have let it go on for 2 seconds longer, he would have been like, because you got hit in the
I
face
know.
with a roll.
Yeah, well, we'll never know because I got it.
You got it.
Anyways, okay, proceed. We go back to the house.
We go back to the house, which let me tell you about the house. Okay.
Yes.
I want you to buckle in because this history
Ooh.
let me just tell you.
Also, can we say that we didn't get like a tour or an explanation?
No, it was an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Let yourself in, let yourself out. We don't know everything about the building's history, but what we do know is very dark.
Ooh.
I'm reading verbatim what the owners say. They say it was a morgue around 1910, a funeral home, and location of storing and embalming bodies from the 1930s to the 1960s. In its extensive life, it has been a morgue, funeral home, embalming company, museum, and more. Clippers Funeral Home, Chaffin and Clipper.
One of those.
Couldn't decide.
I think both sound great.
Yeah. Ozark Undertaking Company,
Yes.
What?
And these are just a few names the building has been known by. And now, the historic morgue.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Airbnb.
That was the history. So let me tell you about the research teams that have encountered many unexplained events there. Not everyone experiences something, but some of the very first few guests have heard a little girl saying, "Hi, who are you?"
Mm.
Had pebbles thrown towards them.
Rude.
Heard voices even stating names.
Ooh.
Heard items being thrown around.
Mr. Clearpants. Is that what I whispered? George.
George Clearpants.
It's me, Chafin.
That's why it didn't sound right.
Or Chaffin.
It's me, Chafin. Sounds like you're a pirate. It sounds like you're a pirate who's got some chafing problems.
That's why I liked it so much.
It's me, Chafin.
Exactly.
It's me, Chafin.
It's like Scottish chafing.
It's like the second time you've made a pirate joke on the podcast. I love it so much.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Have seen items move by themselves.
Ooh.
Felt freezing cold spots and on their body.
Wait. Freezing cold.
I'm just reading, okay? They felt freezing cold spots and also on their body.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like they
Cold
were
spots
They
on
were
their
cold.
body.
Okay.
Felt a hand touching them when no one was around.
Oh, no.
Dream.
That is not where I thought you were going to go with that. Okay.
Smelled certain scents.
Okay.
We'll never know what they are.
Yeah, it says we won't tell you in case you smell the same.
Well, that's not
So-
Fun.
But we'll tell you everything else that happened.
They'll never tell.
Okay.
Heard choirs sing.
Whoa. Okay.
Heard organ music.
Creepy.
Like a church. Okay.
Heard children laughing.
Also creepy.
Always creepy.
Heard whistling.
I would love to hear a whistle.
Footsteps behind them.
Okay.
All that stuff sounds legit.
Wasn't there also reports? So there's one mirror that has like a woman's face in it. And there's reports of like a child or some spirit that hung out by that mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm remembering that. It was right by my side of the bed. I slept right by the mirror.
Where did you hear about that?
I feel like it was like in the book,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Yeah, they have a book there where everybody can write their experiences down.
So we will say that this place is fairly new to like ghost haunts and investigations and things like that. So there's not a ton of evidence out there yet.
They're still collecting evidence.
They're still collecting, but we
Yeah.
kind of like going to these new places that don't have a lot of evidence out there so far.
And those of you who are interested, it's very small, too. It's just mainly one bedroom with 2 beds in it, a kitchen, and a bathroom. That is all you have access to.
My first recording is whenever we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally I heard like these really loud thuds and bangs, but you know, we don't add those anymore. They're just kind of noteworthy because it was only occasional. But the coolest thing I heard was it's only like 1 minute, 15 seconds into the recording. So I'm just setting the recorder out. We're still there. We're setting up the music box so it keeps going on and off. I walk away and we're over by the door, which is in a different room than where this recorder was. And at the end of this music box, as it's turning off, you hear this like, it's almost like a yell whisper into
it's
the
very
recorder.
loud.
I have no idea what it says. Please, we'll upload it to socials and then let us know what you think it says because we have no idea.
It's very obviously not us because we are in the background. You can hear us talking in the background, and this is right by the recorder.
Right. So let's just stay in that big main room. Did you guys get anything in the room?
Yeah, we decided to sit, actually, and do some investigating on the couches.
Mm-hmm.
And we set up our ghost lights or a tripwire. And we also had a flashlight set up with on one of the dressers, and then a cat toy was set up on the table. So they were all kind of separated as much as we could be from each other. And then, of course, we had 2 recorders going. So one was near where we were sitting, and then the other one was in the kitchen a little bit further away. So the lights actually were pretty reactive during our little investigation session. And different sections of the lights, which is always kind of reassuring on our end, just to make sure there's nothing kind of setting off 1 or 2 over and over. Lindsay asked us, "Are you guys getting any vibes?" And I said, "Well, I'm not getting vibes."
I remember
And-
that. I was like, okay.
Boydson said, no, not really. But Sarah gets more vibes than me because she's a vibrator.
And you're welcome.
And then shortly after that, Lindsay hears banging somewhere in the house.
I am getting ghost ears.
I know. I'm very
Because
proud
of
of
you.
you.
Look at
Thank
me.
you. At about 5 minutes in, I played this for these two also. I hear what sounds like a couple of taps and then a snap. Like,
There was a jazzy ghost.
like what's that
like a
musical
dun,
where they're
dun,
like,
dun,
oh, it's
dun,
cats. Yeah. Okay. And then right around this
The
time-
musical is Cats.
Yeah. Like Mr. Mistopheles when they're all, you know,
Interesting you say that.
I know. We all around this time heard footsteps near us too, but I couldn't hear them on the recorder. And right around this time too, I see a shadow of a cat near Boydston's bed.
A
Mhm.
ghost cat.
And you know what is weird that like I didn't even react initially because I just thought, oh, there's a cat in the room. Like, didn't even think of it. But then I realized
Oh, we didn't bring a cat.
we don't have a cat here. So that is weird.
I like that your first reaction was, oh, there's a cat.
A cat.
Yeah, it was like just a tiny little shadow and I could see like a little tail going up.
Mm.
I assume it was a cat. Could have been something else, but that's what I guessed it was. And then right as we were talking about this cat, the cat toy that was on the table goes off several times. And by that, I mean, I think we counted 8 times
Mm-hmm.
in a row. So it would go off for several seconds, then go on again. And then we also had a flashlight right next to it. So Lindsay made it a point to say that the flashlight was not going off. So it wasn't like vibrations or something moving the table that would set this off. So just really interesting. And then also our ghost lights, when we would talk about the cat, they continuously went off as well. So after this, Boydston and I can hear some knocking or footsteps, possibly. We're not really sure. Lindsay thought it was knocking also. So we decided to go to the backyard to investigate because I think I even said, maybe it's fireworks because this was near 4th of July and we're in Missouri. People are setting off fireworks all the
Mhm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to check it out and Lindsay decides to go ahead and stay in the living room to
I did.
investigate.
I did. And what happened while you guys were outside?
We didn't have a
You
recorder,
didn't.
but I heard us talking about it whenever we came back in.
Yeah.
I said that I heard some like a man clearing his throat
Mm-hmm.
outside, but I was like looking around the fence to see is there anybody out here, and I couldn't find anybody.
Yeah, you thought it sounded like somebody clearing their throat, and I thought it sounded like a door shutting.
Close, same thing.
Same thing. But I guess in my head, I was like fully expecting Lindsay to be walking out after I heard that noise. So
Mhm.
I just assumed it was a door shutting, but you were still inside investigating.
And I did not hear anything while you guys were outside.
That is true.
So we come back in, and I'm still trying to get this cat to come to me, this ghost cat.
Yes.
And then Sarah and I give it names, Mr. Meowson.
Yeah, so we came up with some pretty classic names. What else did you get besides Mr. Meowskin? Did you write anything down?
King Fur,
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord Furry Fur,
Sir Fluffy Pants,
King
Mm.
Fluffy,
and that's all I have.
Incato, Lord Fluffy Pants, and Meowstein and Associates Lawyer Company.
Yes.
I do not remember any of this.
If you ever need help naming cats, just
I don't
ask
think
us.
you were in the room. Oh, you weren't in the room because you were killing a lightning bug in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
You
So-
psychopath.
So it was just me
I
and
remember
Boydston.
that. I was like, I would have remembered this conversation, and I don't.
Yeah, you wouldn't have allowed it to go on that long. We went on for several minutes coming
This
up with names.
Again, what happens when I leave you guys alone?
Okay, but what you were doing.
There was a lightning bug in the kitchen.
Okay, Sarah and I were
killed
talking
it.
about cat names, right? And then Lindsay screams. I'm like, oh, what's going on? She said, there's a lightning bug.
Because
I said,
we're
okay,
sitting in the dark, and I saw the light.
send it outside. And she's like, how can I catch it? It's on this vaulted ceiling. I was like, well, there's a fly swatter in there. Thinking any normal sane person who's not a psychopath would just like reach up under, like fling its little legs and then catch it and then send it outside. Lindsay just
Swats
roundhouse
his ass
punches
like a
his
fly.
poor guy.
And then she brings it into the living room and says, you want to smear its guts on your face?
She did.
I was like, oh my
But
God.
why did I say that? Because what did Boydston do? Speaking of psychopath as a child,
Listen,
we talked about this.
we've talked about this. I was a child,
She smeared their guts on her face.
so I could glow in the dark. Okay.
like war paint.
To be fair, I think I smeared their guts on my hand or something. I don't know if I
And
put them on
I
my
am the
cheeks,
psychopath for killing a bug in the
But you're an
place.
adult, you know
You're an
better.
adult, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would kill any bug that came into my house.
A lightning, it can't even bite you.
I don't care if it
And
bites me. Just like
fun
spiders, like daddy longlegs don't bite you, I kill them.
Ma'am, they're going extinct.
I don't care.
Aw.
If a bug comes in my house, I will kill it.
Well, you did. You proved that point.
Oof.
Anyhow, that's how we came up with.
That's where the cat names came from. I was
The full
occupied.
names.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we decided to go to bed. Finally,
We did go to bed.
We did more investigating, but we didn't catch anything. So
no,
to bed we went.
we set up two recorders.
Mm-hmm.
One was in the kitchen and one was on the table near the bed. Unfortunately, when we turned on the ceiling fan, all you can hear is the tufts of air blowing into the recorder repeatedly.
Tough stuff here.
It was pretty much a wash. 6.5 hours.
So we split Lindsay's audio from the kitchen.
Yes, and I had the first half. So I got lots of tippity taps, a couple knock knocks.
Who's there?
I got some very, very faint shuffling and footsteps, but I don't think you're going to be able to isolate any of it. It's very hard to hear unless you have like headphones in. But it's different from like my footsteps going to the bathroom. I could hear those very clearly. But that was pretty much it. Just lots of tapping, lots of knocks that happened like back to back. So it'd be like knock, knock. And that was it.
Yeah, but your knocks were pretty close to the recorder too.
Yes. A couple of mine were kind of further away, but a couple were right by the recorder. So,
Which was in the kitchen, a different room than where we were.
and
Near
they
my
were
head.
always just like two. Just two knock knocks.
I had the following 3 hours. I also got taps and knocks. Couldn't tell which was us and which was not. I do hear a beeping noise, which sounds like a piece of our equipment. And again, this was like 3.5 hours into the recording. So we were all very much asleep.
Yeah, very
by
much
then.
asleep.
And we did not have any other equipment set up aside from the recorders. So I'm not really sure what that could have been. Then at 291 minutes in, I hear a moan.
Was it one of you guys?
I don't think so.
I didn't hear any snoring, moaning, anything like that from us.
And it sounds like, huh?
Yeah. My entire 3.5 hours, I heard, like, I can tell when we're rustling in our sleep, like turning over or shifting. Like, you can hear the
Yeah.
bed creak and the sheets. So I don't feel like what you showed us was one of us.
And that was all I got from my recording, too.
Okay.
It pretty much concludes our investigation there at the Ozark morgue.
Yes. I think this place was adorable. It has inspired us
Yeah.
with our life goals of what we want to do. AKA, we want to own a haunted place and decorate it like this place. It's all very spooky themed, Halloween decorated, and loved it. Had some old medical textbooks and medical specimens.
Love that.
It was just, I mean, it's
It was
an
really
adorable
cute.
place. It's very cute. Is it haunted?
I wasn't so sure
Okay.
when we were down there, but that one EVP from Boydston's audio, it was very compelling, I will say.
Yes. And I find it interesting that we got that one EVP when we were all there talking
Right.
and nothing for the 6.5 hours that we slept.
Right.
Well, maybe it was telling us to be quiet. And then finally, when we went to sleep, they
They're
were
like,
like,
"Finally."
oh, thank God.
Perfect.
I went to sleep.
I've been asking you to do this. And also, there's a little kitty there,
Little kitty.
Mr. Meowskins.
What would you guys rate this new Airbnb morgue place?
No idea. I don't have a rating.
No.
I hate it when she doesn't give me a rating.
I told you I'm trying to be more positive.
I know, but okay, you got that EVP.
Yeah. So I mean that bumps it up a bit.
Okay.
But I also didn't feel or seal anything.
Okay.
No feel or seal.
In A, as far as Boydston's rating, Sarah?
TBD.
Okay, I'll give it a 4 because an EVP and I saw a shadow cat and I don't see shadows. So I'm really excited about that. I'm not a shadow person. And then the little kitty cat came out to play several times and he or she validated what we saw.
They played with our cat ball.
I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had lots of tippy taps and knock knocks.
Yeah, maybe they were just out there playing with things like getting the zoomies at 3 a.m.
You know what? There was at one point, it must have been while we were gone. I heard what sounded like, I wrote it down before I realized that you saw a ghost cat, because this is before we saw a ghost cat. But it sounded like whenever Caesar jumps from the table onto the floor.
Oh, like a dun dun.
Yeah, like a thud onto hardwood.
There you go. They were jumping off the table.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why we weren't really feeling vibes so much, because it wasn't like spooky vibes, at least not for us. It
Right.
was just very friendly,
Right.
except for that angry EVP.
I got no spooky vibes when I was in there by myself when you guys were outside. I was
Mm-mm.
fine.
And maybe that's what I meant, but like, I'm not getting vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared, but I feel like there's something.
You feel something, it's just not troubling.
There you go.
No bad vibes. Only good vibes.
Good
Only
vibes
good
only.
vibes there. For now. Let us know if you guys catch anything else if you go.
But definitely go visit. It is an adorable place if you are all into the spookiness like we are.
Yeah. Oh, also, they provide investigation equipment if you're there for
Yes.
the night.
In
And
case you need
masks
it.
if you want to take pictures.
Oh, yeah. God, I
Yes.
forgot about those too.
Creepy doll masks.
And we went all in.
I have
We had
never
to entertain
looked better.
ourselves.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to our haunted investigation of Ozark Morgue in Ozark, Missouri. You can always check us out on our socials. We'll post any evidence that we may have found on there at thetipsyghost.com. And you can always email us at thetipsyghost@gmail.com.
Strong work. Please give us a 5-star rating and a great review anywhere you listen to podcasts. We really appreciate it, and it really does help.com.
All right, guys, thanks so much. We will catch you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.